but don't look for an easy way out. Nobody wants to work hard these days. Everybody wants the easy way, the 20-minute abs, the 10-minute this, 10-minute that. Fuck that. Come to the gym, work your ass off, earn it. Even if I die, I die. That's how serious and dedicated I was to my sport. They said, well, you can't do it, you're gonna die. I said, well, I'd rather die doing what I love to do than sitting at home looking at TV. I'm CT Fletcher, 6-time world champion, 3-time world champion, drug-free bench presser, 3-time world strict curl champion. I'll say this, my childhood growing up, I'm a contrast because if you look at the video, you'll see that I use quite a bit of profanity, and it's really a contrast to how I was raised. There was a time in my youth when I thought that any amount of weight that I put on a bar, if I went down with it, it was coming back up. I felt there was nothing I couldn't do. I felt like a real fucking Superman walking around on planet Earth.
What invite you to the party? I like to do pause reps sometime and think about the things that have gone on in my mind throughout the day and how anxious I am to get to the gym and just work out.
I was raised super religious by a super strict Pentecostal preacher who in his spare time used to beat the fuck out of me. My school life, I grew up in Compton, #1 crime rate at the time, and we were proud of it. And so I got into some things that, everything that a preacher's kid shouldn't do, I did. I'm sure that everybody probably know Tookie Williams, which is a gangster from Compton and one of the founders of the original Crips. When I was a kid growing up, Tookie Williams was the man, not Arnold Schwarzenegger. And also Craig Munson, another guy you never heard of, the largest guy I ever seen in my entire life, including Sergio Oliva and all the bodybuilders included. Craig Munson, a prison guy, was one of the biggest guys I ever seen. My mother is probably the biggest influence. She kept me from being insane as a kid. As I told you, my dad used to whoop my ass for sport. He'd come home and if he felt like, you know, whooping somebody's ass that day, there I was. But my mom was my biggest influence. Bench press, my maximum lift, good lift, 705 pounds. It was done in the gym, so it didn't count. In competition, 650 pounds. I done 725 on the bench in the gym, which doesn't count, but it was with boards, so it also didn't count. The most I ever squatted was 725, so I could bench press as much as I could squat. 725 is not really a good squat for a guy that weighs, you know, in excess of 300 pounds. Shane Hammond had the world record when I was around. He did 1,000. Back when I was in my competitive powerlifting days, nutrition was a joke to me. I would eat any and everything, a non-stop eating machine, because I felt like that's what I had to do in order to be the biggest, baddest motherfucker on planet Earth. I wanted to stop traffic. I wanted to crack the sidewalk with every step. I wanted to be the king of the jungle, the baddest beast on the planet. So I felt like stuffing my face was the only way to do it. And I was such a regular at McDonald's back then. They knew what I was going to eat for lunch every day. They prepared my 4 Big Macs, 4 fries, 2 shakes, and 4 apple pies. I had that same lunch for over 20 years at the same McDonald's, actually. I had no problem saying I'm #1 or I'm the best. I actually went to a world championship competition. I announced to the entire crowd of super heavyweights who was back there warming up, which one of you motherfuckers is coming in second? Because all you motherfuckers know that I'm winning this shit. Now that was my attitude in 1992 when I thought I was the best on the planet. And what happened, and all the way took to the year 2005 for my attitude to change and be humbled, was the fact that I had to have emergency open heart surgery. I was rushed to the emergency room more times than I care to remember. I hate the emergency room. They told me, they advised me not to even do it because the strain of having that much weight on might cause the aortic valve to break at that time. And if it breaks, then you're dead. There's no coming back from that. And I went anyway. Well, I had stopped powerlifting and I had lost, I was 260 before the operation, so I had lost 45, 50 pounds just to try to not have to have the operation, but it didn't work. And I came out of that surgery weighing 190 pounds. And looking like I never lift weights before in my life. I was a human skeleton. Well, I have a pretty good idea. It might have something to do with the 6, 7 cheeseburgers I ate every day for 20-some years. I would eat those cheeseburgers because I thought I needed it in order to keep up my size. Instead of taking steroids, I would eat. So I would overeat and I would eat anything. It took me almost 2 years to recover. Powerlifting, I still want to go back and defend the unbroken 225-pound strict curl record. I'd like to do it at the age of 54, be able to do what I did at the age of 30. I think that'd be pretty cool to come back 24 years later and do the same thing at a much lighter body weight and 24 years older. So I want everything I've learned over all these years of competition to get out there.
I've been training with CT for at least 3 years, and it's the best training ever. Can't get nothing better than that. It's hardcore. He's gonna push you to the max. One day I was training with CT, I was about to pass out. He told me it was pass out and it was still my set.
My name is Samson Fletcher, CT Fletcher's son. My dad is my hero, and I want to be just like him. And I want him to pass the torch to me.
I started training with CT about 2 years ago from now. When I first started, I was really lightweight. I was about from 140 to 150. In 1 year, I went from 140 to 150 to about 195, close to 200 pounds. That was about in 2012, in the beginning of 2012. And from 2012 to 2013, now I'm about 185 solid muscle. All natural.
20-minute abs, 20-minute pad, 20-minute butt, 20-minute any fucking thing is a pile of bullshit. If you see somebody with great abs, a great butt, a great whatever, they didn't do the shit in 20 minutes. And if they tell you they did, they are a fucking liar. Trust me on that. No matter what, because I hate complainers, I hate criers. If I can come in here with a metal valve implanted in my chest, taking 10 different medicines just to stay alive every day and do my workout, you have no excuses. So no matter what, your nose bleeds, it's that time of the month, the kids are crying, you don't feel like it, your back hurts, you got aches and pains, it's still your motherfucking set. Let's get it done.